Hello, my dear friends. So, this is part 3 of this course, the 3-day video series that I have made for how to get your stuck life started again, how to move again. And after sharing a few insights about what happens in our mind, why we get stuck, how do we make a story which is a little bit of a victim mentality of how people are out to get us, and how nothing goes right, to understand that it's just a perception we have stored in our minds, to work with affirmations, to use the mirror 400 times in a day, to begin to love ourselves, to stop that voice inside which says, you're not good enough, you're not successful enough, you're not tall enough, you're not fair enough, or then you're not smart enough, and so many other. This list is endless. It is coming from all of us childhood into all of us present today. So after working with all that, let me share with you another beautiful tool which can help us feel better whenever we feel like we're caught up with this story, and that no matter how much we are trying, we don't seem to be able to snap out of an overall bad feeling, an overall sense of no, I have done enough, I have tried, but still something is nagging inside of me. And we call it depression, we call it anxiety, we call it fear of the future, right? Why do we need to get rid of all these? The most important reason is these four emotions are responsible for 99.9% diseases in our body. 99.9 is a hell of a lot of percentage. It leaves nothing to chance, nothing to what we know as science. What we do with medication is we handle the symptoms. We have a headache, the pain goes away when we take a Disprin or whichever salt we have. We have a tummy ache, we try a course of antibiotics, there are infections, there are viral infections, and so many other things. The cause is emotions, mostly criticism, resentment, anger, and fear. Also, guilt. Guilt is the most important out of all four, because once we are feeling guilty, then we find someone to blame. When we find someone to blame, we can get angry. When we get angry long enough, it becomes little pockets of resentment which then sit in our organs. And then the voice which speaks from inside is critical, right? So watching our thoughts all day may seem difficult. I told you it isn't. And now today, let us try this thing called changing our state. Okay, so I'm angry, I'm feeling very low today, and I'm feeling used by the world, or I haven't got good enough, or no, there's no point, it's not going to work. How would I be sitting? How would I be looking when you meet a happy person? What is immediately discernible? There will be a glow. What will be saying? Oh, hi, how are you doing? And if you meet someone who's angry, what will be the expression like? It'll generally be, yeah, I know. And one will be pretending to smile. There'll be a sneer. There'll be a sense of a look which will not be quite there. And similarly, we know how once it reaches that point, that low spectrum of depression, how would it look? There'd be a slouch. Eyes would be looking downwards. You'd maybe resting your chin on your hand. You'd be speaking very slowly, you know. And then if someone says, immediately your best friend walks in, or someone you really relate to, what happens? First thing we do is we sit up straight and our eyes get a glow and we smile and our body language opens up like we're ready to embrace the world. So how about trying that on a low day? One is to work on the insides, to say, hey, hello, my inside world is going to reflect on the outside. So if I watch what's happening inside, nothing will go wrong outside. So if I remain joyful, happy, if I share, if I'm always living in gratitude, if I say, thank you, God, for even the soft pillow, if I don't take anything for granted, clean water to drink, a plate full of food, a home which has joy, love from my family, even if it's 2 people, 3 people, instead of having a long list of what all we don't have, automatically the inside world is all right. But fine, sometimes we do have a story which is extremely difficult to put in the back seat and try and get on with it, right? We have met people who have it really difficult in this lifetime. So fine, they've chosen it. Fine, it's a lesson they decided to have. But now we are earthly beings. Do we remember it? We are not ascended masters. We don't remember that we chose this. We don't remember. How will we know that it's going to get over and next lifetime will be different? For now, it's too difficult. It's a tall order. I'm not able to. I'm sorry. I cannot wake up with a smile. Keep the physiology right. Try and remember these 4 5 things to keep your spine absolutely erect. There are these little circles of energy revolving around the spine, along the spine. You know, if you see foot reflexology, it will tell you that the same spine has, along the base of your foot, the underside of the foot, if you press, using acupressure and all, your spine can feel better. The entire body is about energy. Whether it is chakras, like I was telling you, these circles of energy all along, starting from the nape here of the neck to the tailbone. So the minute you sit up straight, they remain aligned. Energy is supposed to move from one to the other. When we sit with a slouch, we block it. When we sit like this, the body's physiology invites thoughts of a lower vibration. You sit up straight, your shoulders erect, automatically something in the state becomes joyful. You will very rarely find that you're feeling very depressed and you're sitting like this with an open expression on your face. So that helps us change the state. So it's like saying, change the inside world and the physiology changes. If it's a difficult day and you can't change the inside world, change the outside world, at least for your own space. This little bit space around your body, keep your physiology intact. Try and keep a smile on your face. Try and remember 5 things you're grateful for. All of us can be grateful for health. We can be grateful for the air we breathe in. We can be grateful for a body which is functional, for a mind. Are all of us blessed with healthy minds? Don't we know people who don't have it? So if we have it, can't we be grateful? If we have a body which works well, can't we be grateful? If we are breathing in and all the organs are working well, can't we be grateful? If we're getting one good meal a day, can't we be grateful? If we have one person to call our own or who's bothered about how we are, we can be grateful. Yes, we can be, my dear friends. So that if it's there in you, once you take a journal and use these 3-day course to decide where your life is stuck, which emotion is working inside you, what goals had you made for yourself, what is the growth you're looking for, where do you want to be 5 years down the line? And once you journal it, what doesn't work? How are my thoughts not nurturing me? Am I using mirror therapy? Let me start using affirmations, and we start to try and keep ourselves very aware about the state our body is in, so that once we handle the physiology, the internal world can start changing. We will begin to notice miracles as a day-to-day happening. Right? So if we do a little exercise quickly, if you can just gently close your eyes for me for just a minute and a half, and I take you through a gentle exercise which you can use over and over again to check where you are in this week, in the next 10 days, and then maybe the next weekend too. So you need to keep your feet flat on the ground. It won't take long. Please bear with me. It's really going to give you an insight into which space you're functioning from on a daily basis. Just be very honest with yourself. It's an introspection. It's only for you, your growth, which will eventually lead to a life which will have a few more shades of bright colors. So if you just close your eyes gently, keep your feet flat on the ground, try and keep your palms facing upwards, whether on your thighs or on a table. Your back has to be erect, right? Your chin has to be slightly uplifted. Don't let it slouch back into your neck, all right? And try and keep your expression peaceful. As I say, breathe in. Please breathe in with a I am. Breathe out with a relaxed, like this. So, as I was breathing in, I chanted I am. As I was breathing out, I said relaxed. Breathing in is to the count of 4. Breathe in. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You're breathing in. You pause there for 4 and you release to the count of 8. Then you pause for a bit and then you take in the next breath. All right. This breathing exercise by itself can handle your physiological state, because the amount of oxygen reaching the blood in every bit of you which is required for everything in your body to move, will automatically increase to at least twice or thrice the amount of oxygen reaching right now, if this is not the way you breathe. And if you can't follow it all day, it is difficult sometimes. At least do it 10 times in the morning, 10 times in the afternoon, and 10 times at night. To the count. Breathe in once, breathe in twice, breathe in thrice, to the count of 10 deep long breaths. 4 you breathe in, hold it there for 4, and 8 you breathe out. Ideally is a little bit more for all three, but if we can just begin with this, life starts moving. So now for the exercise, breathe in the way you want to, but breathe in with an I am, breathe out with a relax. So feet on the ground, spine erect, chin a little uplifted, eyes gently closed, and I am relaxed. Feel your body relaxing, your scalp, eyes, forehead muscles, your cheek muscles, your neck, your shoulders. Let your arms very consciously relax into your lap. Your torso, your thigh muscles. Feel all the tension seeping out from the underside of your soles. Breathe in, I am relaxed. Start a typical day in your mind. You've woken up before you put your feet on the ground. What are your typical thoughts? Is it one filled with hope and joy, or is it one of doom and gloom? Get your day started. In the next minute, slowly get yourselves up. Be conscious of your thoughts. What are you thinking as you get ready? What are you thinking as you look in the mirror? What are your typical thoughts as you get ready for work? What are your typical thoughts as you pack lunch for your children, husband, yourself? You head out to work. You meet your colleagues. Or then if you're a homemaker, you meet the people who help you. Or it's just you by yourself. What are your thoughts as you go about your daily routine? By the end of the morning, as you are getting ready for your lunch, are you grateful? What are you thinking as the day progresses? Just become aware. It's not a judgment. We will not criticize ourselves. Remember, I said, love and accept yourselves exactly as you are. What about your evening activities? As the day has passed you by, what are you thinking as you get ready for the evening meal? And then the day is at an end. You're getting ready for bed. As you look back on your day, become aware of what you were thinking through the day. If there were any thoughts you feel you could have changed, gently open your eyes, look around here and there, and then in your journal, write down which thoughts, if at all, you felt you needed to change. If you didn't need to change any, you could keep positive thoughts. Would you like to add another dimension, another affirmation to those positive thoughts? And watch your life get beautifully unstuck and moving again with a happy bounce in its step. It's that simple, my dear friends. Thank you for watching the video to the end. I'd be grateful if you subscribe and like the channel, and if you could share for even that one person who you think, would he, would she, oh no, probably not. Share, we never know which line, which statement, from which book that I have shared so much with you today would help someone change their life about. Thank you so much, my dear friends. Thank you for listening. I hope we all have a great day. Bye-bye then.